Hello everyone, welcome to MJ Hobby Corner and another MJ Hobby Corner game. I am Julie, MJ's trusty sidekick, and today we bring you a 1 hour war games where we'll be using our house rules. And what we're doing is playing Weird War II, so that's what it is. It's World War II with walkers.
As Julie just mentioned, we are playing a house-ruled version of 1 hour war games with walkers. The terrain used in the video, including all the buildings, is made by me. Anyone interested, check out Scratchbuilding Monthly on Wargames Vault. In order to make more interesting units, I adjusted the army formation tables in the rules to include a greater unit variety. More importantly is how these units fire. In the mechanized infantry, the infantry unit may fire on an enemy infantry unit, adding the bonus granted by the half-track. In addition to that, the armored car, considered broadly as a tank, can fire on an enemy tank. This is still a unit with 15 hits and must move together. Troops can embark or disembark to take full advantage of multiple targets. I will be playing German forces in this game. I am fielding a Tiger and 2 medium walkers. They are a separate unit from the Tiger. I have a Panzer IV. This one's from Millennium Toys. It's a plastic model. 2 mechanized infantry units made up of 1 half-track and 1 rifle squad each. The half-tracks are plastic models by Viconda 12mm, and the troops are drop zone commander models. And yeah, that is pretty much my German force. Now, for British forces include a mechanized infantry unit with armored car support. There are 2 rifle squads, one of which rides the car. When troops disembark, the unit moves 6 inches. When in the vehicles, they move 12 inches. Julie also has a unit of heavy infantry, including machine gun teams and a power armor unit. For tank support, a Matilda tank and 2 Valentines form Julie's tank force. Each tank is a separate unit with 15 hits, so there are 3 units here. These models are from Pendraken and Armies in Miniature. And finally, we have a heavy walker known as a Bulldog. This massive machine is the first of its kind in the early war period. And that is Julie's 6-unit British force. For walkers in the early war period, we put in place a house rule. Heavy walkers like the Bulldog roll a d6 for movement. If the player rolls a 1, the walker fails to move. This represents the complex nature of walkers at these early stages of the technology. We played a take the high ground scenario with British forces deployed in the southwest corner and German forces deployed in the northeast corner of the board. German forces represent the red player and contain only 2 units at turn 1. Only the Tiger and Panzer IV deploy on either side of a building on the high ground objective. So here is a view of the board at the beginning of the game. We're at the northern edge, and my first unit, a Panzer IV, creeps up towards the edge of the building to get a line of sight on the incoming enemy. And then the Tiger tank also nudges forward with its powerful gun, ready to defend the hill. Now it's Julie's move, and her mechanized infantry moves first with that column of tanks pushing forward, thrusting forward. We do have a little discussion there on how infantry moves. She does have an infantry unit on foot, and we're just discussing a few things about the power armor infantry and how it fires on enemies. So Julie begins moving her mechanized infantry first. Now at this point, the troops are still inside the transports, and the Valentine tanks move forward with Matilda tank right in the rear. So Julie is thrusting forward across the board now. Her troops then follow suit with the power armored troops moving 6 inches forward, and that includes the machine gun teams. Now we have to see about the Bulldog Walker and whether or not it can move. So Julie takes a 1d6, and she rolls a 1. No, it goes nowhere. Walker mishap. Yeah, those walkers are something else. So basically, Julie does have line of sight to my Panzer IV. This is the first shot of the game. She fires and does some damage. The Panzer does take a little bit of damage off because of the building, but it still takes 3 points of damage. Oh, you did not.
Oh no!
Another walker mishap.
My walker's just not walking.
So now Julie takes a shot with her armored car, and she rolls 2, and that does do some damage. Not much, but it leaves the Tiger with some damage. The rest of my forces enter the board after turn 2. They had deployed all around the hill in an attempt to protect the high ground. Meanwhile, by turn 3, Julie had advanced her tank force near the town in the north and closer to the hill objective. I moved the Tiger down the hill in order to provide some fire against the approaching tanks. Her Walker, on the other hand, slowly moved in the rear. Right, wow. So movement phase recap. Julie, so what's going on there?
Well, I moved my
The armored car.
Thank you. And the other thing.
And the half track.
Yes. I'm targeting your infantry.
And a good job of targeting, Julie. Both vehicles pour fire on my infantry and half tracks. Her machine gun team and power armor took positions up on a building.
Then my walker is busting through the palm tree.
Yeah, I know. He rolled badly that first time.
Oh my gosh.
While the walker busts through the palm trees, as Julie says, my infantry is about to take more damage.
Wow!
Oh, man.
That's awesome. For me.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but now I aim with my Tiger, getting that powerful cannon in line, and it's a hit on the lead Valentine of our tank squad. That Valentine would soon be destroyed as it takes more hits from the Tiger. Just as the Valentine took some hits, Julie's mechanized infantry rolls 1s in shooting, which means that they have no ammo and cannot shoot. While Julie's vehicles rolled a 1 and could not shoot because of no ammo, my Tiger tank could not hold the forward position later in the game, and after destroying her lead Valentine, it had to retreat back up the hill after taking fire from numerous directions. Sorry, yeah, so that was what, 4?
Yes.
So he has 1, yeah, because they were the last ones on the tray.
Okay.
So 1. All right, so I have 6 life left on that one.
Okay.
6 life on that one. Oh, man. Let me put a little smoke in the half track.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, Julie's going to take over the hill.
So what I'm doing is I'm trying to focus most of my power on his tiger and on his infantry, because I figure if I can take them out, then the rest will just fall into line. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh man, so how much did you do?
5.
5? That, oh
yeah,
man.
the infantry gone?
Yeah, the infantry's gone. So the half track holds them down, even with the cover behind the tank. My infantry is gone.
Finally.
German units are getting pounded now. Julie's power armor rolls a 4, and that was, yeah, the power armor here, which has the anti-tank weapon, but he's in cover. But even with the minus, that's still enough to destroy him, because he only had 3. And my tiger, who was holding the line, is finally out of the picture. Oh, Julie. Now I only have a Panzer IV and these guys. All right, let's call it. Yep,
okay.
It's really late in the game, and I'm not gonna be able to do. I mean, you got everything here.
Yeah, and I still have a couple things to shoot.
Yeah, so I could have taken out maybe that Matilda. But yeah, those guys there are a real pain in the ass, and these guys are on their way out. I mean, look at me. I'm just like almost dead there. Look at you. So good call. Now I'm still. We're gonna say this is a what?
Partial victory.
Yep. Okay. So Julie granted me a partial victory. I mean, I was already going on turn 14. I had very low units on the hill. Julie's had basically her entire force was going to come up on that hill. I would have had to retreat eventually under overwhelming odds or risk losing the entire army. Very good scenario. I think the fact that my reinforcements come in on turn 2 and her army pretty much deploys in its entirety at turn 1. It kind of gave her a little bit of an advantage, but also her rolling, her massive rolling. She did have a pretty bad turn rolling 1s, as we saw in later on in turns 7 and 8. She had some units that ran out of ammunition, and so she couldn't do any damage. But all in all, the British are definitely would take the hill if the game had been longer. So a partial victory, because they didn't exactly get to take me out. So a partial victory for the Germans as they held on to the hill as best they could. But what a game, what a slugfest.